Good morning, everybody. It's Larry Gautier with NAI Miami, coming to you again, talking about real estate, commercial real estate, in these uncertain times. Last time we talked a little bit about the landlord and tenant relationship. It's a partnership. It's not just a landlord and tenant, but you're in this thing together for the long term. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. And we talked about the dynamics of that. Today, I want to talk a little bit as a continuation of that, as is in regard to choices, in regard to that conversation that you're going to have or may have between you, Mr. Tenant, and you, Mr. Landlord. What's the content of that conversation? I would encourage you all to, before you have the meeting, to think about information. Think about facts and figures. It goes a long way when you're having a conversation with anybody to have your facts straight, have some backup, not talk from an emotional perspective, a knee-jerk perspective. And that goes for both parties. With a tenant, if you're going to go talk to the landlord about a rent reduction or some sort of abatement or some sort of modification of your lease, whatever that may be, yes, these times have affected your cash flow, whether it be sales or people, your employees, whatever it may be. Yes, everybody's aware of that. But there may be other circumstances that are affecting that as well. You may have, it may be positive or negative. You may have your real estate or the space that you're in right now is helping you grow your business. Or you may have outgrown your business. Or there may be operational issues that have come up that are not good or bad, that just are, that you may want to incorporate into that conversation with the landlord. So when you're talking about the rent in that relationship, you may want to talk about these other factors at one time. That's more of a business strategy, and be prepared to have your facts and figures and your backup as to that conversation with the landlord as to what you want to do and why. Emotional pleas and emotional conversations don't really go too far. Facts and figures do. So that's number one. Mr. Landlords or landlords out there, the same is true with you all. When the tenants come and talk to you, they may be talking to you about the rent reduction or a deferment or whatever it may be, but also think about that tenant in light of, is that a tenant a positive for your shopping center, office building, or industrial park, or have they been a negative? Have they been late on their rent? Is there parking of their clients? Is it causing problems for other tenants? Are there other operational issues that may need to be addressed at the same time? I would encourage you to think about that as well. So when you're having that conversation about the rent and these times we're going through right now, make it a holistic conversation. Talk about all aspects at one time. I think that's a much better use of y'all's time to come up with an overall solution and to come up with an overall game plan, which it could be for future growth, or it could be that you both agree that this may be a time to go your separate ways, but do it in a productive way. So take some time to think about what you want to accomplish with that meeting. And it could be as simple as the rent reduction or whatever it may be on the short term. It may be. If that's the case, then fine. And again, I go back to my previous video where that's done with respect and courtesy and all aspects of things. These are sensitive times, and we're talking about people's livelihoods. And I want to say that again because it's very important to both parties. And I think respect and courtesy needs to be first and foremost in any conversation that a landlord and tenant have, because it can get very emotional, because these are emotional times. I would encourage you to keep it to the facts and keep it positive and productive and go from there. So when you have a conversation, think about those things, those operational, financial issues that you both have right now, and where you're at, where you want to go, and how you want to get there for the mutual good. I hope that helps, and you'll have a great day, and that's the rest of the story.